Good morning. I'm Jessie Ammett, your host of Valley News Now, and I have two very exciting guests with me this morning and a great topic talking about the upside of ADHD. Welcome, Dr. Edward Holloway, MD, one of the country's foremost medical experts on ADHD. And we also have Nancy Armstrong. She is the executive producer of The Disruptors, the first comprehensive documentary on ADHD, a film she was inspired to create as a result of her family's experiences navigating life with ADHD. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
So, Dr. Holloway, as a leading expert on ADHD, can you shed some light on both the prevalence of ADHD in children and adults in America?
Well, it's much more common than most people are aware of. The official figures range from 5% to 15%, but those are all based on the DSM Diagnostic Manual definition of the condition, which requires that you be severely impaired. Well, a lot of people with ADHD are not severely impaired. In fact, they're excelling, so they don't get diagnosed. So if you include the people who are doing well, winning Pulitzer Prizes and Nobel Prize winners and self-made millionaires and billionaires, then you balloon the numbers to, I think we're 35% of the population. Now, I can't prove that, but it's based on my 40 years of clinical experience. Much more common than most people are aware of. And it's a high stakes thing to miss, because if you miss, you're consigning someone to a lifetime of frustration and underachievement. But if you hit, then you're giving people access to their true abilities, and they can fly high and win the prizes that these people characteristically win. They become super winners. Wow. Without the diagnosis, they live a life of being a loser, and frustrated, oftentimes in prison or drug addicted or permanently unemployed. So it's really important that you get the diagnosis as early as you can.
That is so interesting, and as a parent, it's really good to know too, this isn't a damaging, it isn't a bad diagnosis necessarily. So boy, you've really talked about how the understanding has evolved over the years. What challenges would you say still exist today?
You want to, Nancy, or you want me? Okay. The biggest challenge today is ignorance. It remains ignorance. Most people, teachers, parents, even pediatricians, don't understand the fullness of this condition. They know about disruptive behavior, problems with organizing, punctuality, but they don't know about the upside, the creativity, the originality, the abundant curiosity, the natural ability to tune into other folks. So they're not aware of that, and it's hard to tap into that if you don't even know it exists.
Yeah.
So we really need more education of the public, particularly parents, teachers, and pediatricians. We need them to understand the strength-based approach, which is what Nancy and I are here to promote. Not as if it needs promotion. Nature promotes it. Nature presents it and promotes it. And if you can get out of the way, these kids will flourish and grow into the great innovators they're meant to become. But if you get in the way, if you punish them, if you humiliate them, then you'll seal over their tremendous talents and gifts.
Oh, what an important topic. I'm so glad I've got you here to talk about this. So Nancy, based on your own experience and research, what practical advice can you offer parents and educators to help them really recognize those traits accurately and create that nurturing environment?
Yeah, well, if you have a child who is struggling with things like focus, organization, behavioral and emotional impulsivity, maybe coupled with anxiety, it's probably time to seek out an evaluation and a treatment plan if that's appropriate. But it's so important to foster a relationship between the teacher and the child. Children with ADHD need positive connections with people. So getting a teacher on board, getting a 504 plan, which is an individualized learning plan that you're legally entitled to with ADHD, and then finding tutors and coaches that can help with organization and routines. But for parents, you can't sit back and let nature take its course. You have to stay involved, particularly during the middle school years when things can get really challenging.
Wow. Well, thank you again so much for being here. There's so much we could talk about. I know you've got interviews all over the country today. So where can our viewers and listeners go for more information?
For more information and resources, you can go to upsideofadhd.org. And to kick off ADHD Awareness Month, we're offering complimentary access to the award-winning film, The Disruptors, until October 6th.
Oh, thank you so much for your time this morning. I sure appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see how this information impacts and helps kids and parents all over the country. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
And I'm Jessie Emmett, your host of Valley News Now.